Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Well, we've moved over to the Willard Spur where volunteers from Wasatch Wigeons are here planting over 1,000 bulrush plants, all in an effort to make more food and habitat for waterfowl.
Wasatch Wigeons is a local grassroots nonprofit in Utah that we focus on waterfowl conservation and wetland restoration. So all the money that we raise stays here in the state. We put boots on the ground conservation. So it's like it's a nonprofit that does a lot of sweat equity. Today we're going to be doing some bulrush planting. So you can have the roots out in the water. We don't want the stems out in the water. So about 10, 12 inches apart. We have mostly hard stem bulrush, and we got some alkaline, and then we have the few mats that we're going to put out. And see, that's what those plugs are going to grow up like that hard stem. And then that stuff can get 10, 12 foot tall. And this is to reintroduce the emergence in. So they'll have, and also the hard stem will help with the erosion on the bank, and then the alkaline's a good feed source. So, because I remember back when I was a kid, that it used to be all cattail and hard stem down that shore. Then the frag came in, and then the tamarisk came in, and it just completely changed that whole shoreline.
4 years ago, Wasatch Wigeons started this multi-year project on Willard Spur. For the first 2 years, they spent every weekend they had removing invasive tamarisk and phragmites by hand along both sides of the outlet channel of Willard Bay and the 4-mile stretch along the north side of Willard Bay.
It used to look like that over there, but this whole big area was all grown up like that. So this whole stretch, this whole 4.5 mile stretch was like that. And with all the tamarisk, you can see the tamarisk trees out there too. The full tamarisk tree right there, mature one, will drink up to 200 gallons of water a day. And then the vegetation that comes back consumes less. So it's a net positive for the wetland. And the spur is a freshwater arm with the Great Salt Lake. So it ties right into all the issues with the Great Salt Lake too.
It's a great way to give back. God's blessed me with a good boat, good motor, and an opportunity to be able to do this. I like it. It's just boots on the ground, nothing fancy, but it gets it done.
I actually started hunting with my dad at 8 years old out here at Harold Crane, just to the south of us here. And we'd walk out there, and that was my job to carry all the ducks in, which wasn't very many sometimes, but it was all good. But he says, one thing you do, you take some, you give 10 back, or give back tenfold. And so this is my little bit of donation.
We have more opportunity right now than what we have manpower for, and it's just beyond our bandwidth. So the more help we can get, the more we can get done.
It was great to see a few kids out in the marsh with their parents today. Bill brought his daughter Maggie. They've hunted antelope together, and this year Maggie wants to shoot some ducks. Dad wanted Maggie to give back before she does.
I think it's important to teach Maggie, how we can help the wildlife, how we can help our environment. In addition to harvesting resources, I think it's important to give back. And so this is one of the ways that we really give back.
I like it. I love helping nature.
Yeah. Helping your dad?
Yeah.
Why are we crazy enough to spend all our vacation days out here doing this? It's a love for the outdoors, for one. It's a love for the wetlands and for the ducks. It's one to be able to give back, to do something. And we kind of got started on this, and it just keeps growing year by year. And sometimes we look back and go, what did we get ourselves into? But then at the same time, we're glad we did, because I think we're making a good change.
The mats and the 1,200 bulrush plants at Wasatch Wigeons and the volunteers are putting out today, they hope in a couple years we'll fill this shoreline with more duck habitat and more duck food, making it better for all of us. Hey, if you want to help out, you want to get involved, check out their banquet coming up September 27th. You can find all the info right there on their website, wasatchwigeons.org.